Idiosyncrasies of Slot Racers, a light-hearted comment by T.H. Waller. Slot racers are quaint people. Let us look first at a typical example of the species. He will, of course, be shouting about something, and so he is. Wearing wintergreen stained jeans, which bear a faint tang of orange juice and STP, an oily controller around his neck, and the characteristic glint of battle in his eye. He is holding forth on the incompetence of marshals with the true skill of a master slotter. It's time those silly blanks knew they were there to put the cars on, not to blank well nurse the blank. This is only a mild remark. When really aroused, a slot racer's fluent profanities make a docker sound like a Victorian governess. Slot racers are skilled in other things too. They are practiced in nerfing rival cars into the wrong slot, and in concealing their glee by feigning a sympathetic expression as the vehicle hurtles to its doom. Their persuasive abilities when they want to borrow something are unrivaled, and I would swear that some slot racers could get a leopard to lend them its spots. For having arrived at the club with nothing, it presents them with little difficulty to build themselves a car out of borrowed parts. Even the most aggressive slotter exhibits a remarkable solicitude for his cars. He cleans them, oils them, polishes them, and adjusts the braids with the loving care of a mother adjusting her baby's nappy. His patience in painting car bodies is positively saintly. While he will spend hours manufacturing evil-smelling goop, these days you enter slot cup at peril of being grabbed and treated to a recital of the recipe of some of the marvelous new home-produced goop made out of the fermented licorice or distilled glue or some more unmentionable substance. The amazing care that they take over their cars is a symptom of a disease peculiar to slot racers, which I would call transferred hypochondria. However well his car is going, a slot racer will always maintain there's something wrong with it. Even if he has just smashed the lap record, he would declare triumphantly that the motor wasn't set up right or that it was bottoming. Some drivers will go to great lengths to emphasize the sickness of their cars, sometimes even giving them a spotty appearance, which certainly has the desired effect. Of course, when things really are going badly, drivers are invariably ready with excuses. How many times have you heard one say, "My driving was a bit awful in the last heat"? You are more likely to hear a tirade about grotty marshals, they having conveniently overlooked the fact that it is their fault they need marshalling anyway. An amusing aspect of slot racers is the way they slavishly follow the current vogue. Whoever thought of cutouts and chassis might have paled if he had foreseen the time that chassis builders were spending painstaking sawing and filling. In fact, a cynic might say that the criterion as to whether a new chassis idea will catch on is not whether it will improve a car's performance, but whether it will double the time needed to build a chassis. You will probably now agree with my opening remark, but if you ever meet one, then humor him for your sake.